Welcome to this week's edition of The Forum. I'm Beto Duran. That's Arash Markazi. And Arash, a player that Laker fans always have an opinion, good or bad. There's no middle ground with him, is Pau Gasol. Last season of his contract coming up. How will Laker fans remember the big Spaniard?
They should remember him as one of the top 5 big men to ever wear the purple and gold. Listen, I get that people are kind of upset at him sometimes. Sometimes, right? Listen, they couldn't get to the playoffs, let alone past the first round without that trade. They make that trade for Pau Gasol back in 2008. They get to the NBA Finals, and then they went back-to-back. This man will be in the Hall of Fame. He will get his jersey retired, regardless of how this next season plays out. They should remember him as one of the greatest of all time.
Pau Gasol's name continues to be in trade rumors. Maybe not this season, because the contract will be expiring, but for a player who helped them win 2 championships, a player who came here, remember when he first showed up in L.A., the Spanish flags were out there, everybody's like, oh my God, this is great, we have a big 7-footer, and we got rid of Kwame Brown.
That's right.
And then
it's a win-win.
The moment you have a chance to trade him, he's gone. He's gone. And what did he ever do? He was a complete professional, come out and said that L.A. is his home, but at the same time, though, Arash, you look at him, his numbers are starting to slip. Let's look at those numbers from Pau Gasol. You look at it, Pau Gasol, you mentioned it, traded from the Grizzlies to the Lakers back in 2008. Actually, Marc Gasol went from the Lakers to the Grizzlies.
Who would have thought?
As the Lakers, he's seen his scoring dip a bit. You expected that. But he's made up for it, averaging nearly 10 rebounds per game. You mentioned it, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. But Pau Gasol, right now, recovering from offseason knee surgery, foot problem, did not play for the national team. Last year with the Lakers, loves L.A., so you know he's going to come back hungry.
Well, listen, the big key for him is he's going to play in the post. He's going to play where he loves to play. He's going to be center, right? You're not going to exactly. You're not going to have one of the great post players of all time shooting 3-pointers. Listen, he can shoot from the outside if he has to, but you got to work. You got to work the offense through him, and I think that's the great thing. I think people are forgetting those who are picking them to finish 12th in the West and whatever. We've seen those projections by some of our colleagues. I think if Pau Gasol has a great season, he doesn't have to have a career season, but if he has a good season in the post with Steve Nash, and we never got to see these two guys play together.
Good point.
Steve Nash plus Pau Gasol coming back to play together, I think this is a playoff team.
You really do think it's a playoff team?
But he's a big key. I think Pau Gasol playing like Pau Gasol can play, I think that's the key. He never got comfortable with Howard. I don't think that was a...
Did anybody?
No, that's a good point. I don't think anybody did. But I do think if they play through him and they play... And they say, listen, we're going to run the offense through you. You're going to be able to do what you can in the post. And no matter what you say about Pau, one of the greatest post players we've ever seen. So if he can play like he can, this is, again, when I say a playoff team, a 6, 7, or 8 seed. They're not a championship team, but they are a playoff team.
Pau Gasol, for the first time in 9 years, the beard is gone.
So what does that mean?
Check out his Twitter. He lost a bet to his brother.
They shaved it.
Clean shaven. Pau Gasol updating us on his recovery. He's been riding the bike around Europe. He went to Argentina to watch the national team. Now he's in Slovenia keeping you updated. So Pau Gasol definitely working out hard, trying to get back with the Lakers. But one more season, and you mentioned it, the key. He playing with Steve Nash in the right spots. Will we see the Black Swan, as Kobe called them?
And what I would love to see for this season is for him not to have these rumors of a trade, for him to just basically play without the pressure of, will I be here? Because, listen, he's a class act. He's never complained about, listen, they're going to trade me or whatnot. But have one season where you're just playing worry-free and play like your old self. And, again, he's going to go down as one of the greatest players in this team's history. I hope he goes out like that.
Pau Gasol looking for peace of mind. A man with always has that peace of mind. Arash Markazi. I'm Beto Duran. This week's edition of The Forum.